Hello, and welcome to another episode of TPK, the show so named so that if I do accidentally kill all of my players, I can just call it branding.
Ding, ding.
Yes, welcome to the Player's Keep. I'm so happy that I can see you all immediately this episode.
Last week.
Hope you've had a wonderful Halloween week.
Hair grew so quickly.
Yeah. Speaking of those players, let me introduce you to them now. We have Callum Sim, Charlotte Cummings, Debbie Gray, Ben Fenner, and Kendall Boardman. And this week, I am the one and only Jack Fletcher, unfortunately, but here we are. We can't win them all. As you can see, Pete is still not with us. He will be back soon, we promise. He's been a little diver. But with that being said, I don't think we've got anything else to talk about. Well then, with that being said, let us not keep the players waiting. Let us not keep you waiting. It is time to enter the Player's Keep. In the last chapter of our story, the adventuring party of these particular individuals had made it back to Dolomus with some errands to run. The night that they arrived back in Dolomus, Tony had a celestial visit from someone very important to her. A short discussion was had, and... No, it wasn't an owl. A short discussion was had, and then you headed on back upstairs to take your rest with the rest of your companions. Upon waking, you realized that Cricket was not with you, but he had left you a note with Casey, the lawkeep barkeep, and this note simply said that he had gone to take care of some business, but would return at an undisclosed time in the future. So you have some time now to do what you want to do. You immediately set off for the house of Arcanist Oknanut of Fuixka, this Nubisian wizard that you now know of that is residing within the guild district. You made your way over to his house and were greeted by his Minotaur bodyguard. They led you into the house and showed you to the Arcanist's chambers, or study as it were, where a conversation was had pertaining to the origins of Mothew's blood magic. Some pieces of information were learned about...
It's less cool when you do that.
About blood magic itself, and of Desanguira, the blood god that you have recently started to learn about from the book that you collected in the Blightlands. Mothew agreed to help Arcanist of Fuixka in their studies, whilst they remained in the city for the next couple of days or so. You then set off to grab a spot of brunch at a very well-decorated establishment known as the Gilded Goblet. Unfortunately, they were slightly perturbed by this ragtag group of individuals wandering into their establishment, and they asked for proof of patronage, as it were. Proof that you could, in fact, afford to eat here. Mothew, you surrendered 20 gold for this, and you were served a beautiful meal for your lunch. Whilst you sat around this table, you discussed many different possible avenues to head to next, and exiting this establishment after being rather riled up by the maitre d' type figure that had greeted you, you are now on the streets of the inner district in the city of Dolomus, and the day is yours. So, adventurers, what would you like to do?
Shopping!
You can go shopping if you
Let's
would
go
like
shopping.
to. You can go shopping if you would like to, for sure.
We don't have to, I was just joking. But
I love a shopping episode. Character customization is valid.
Our viewers just go ding 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 ding. Oh no! We're not shopping, I promise.
Do you want to go to the notice board then to check if there's any jobs?
right, a good idea.
Yeah.
Make me an investigation check.
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. With a dirty 20, you can see that there are very few, if any, notice boards in the inner district. It seems that there is less of a need for people to post jobs within the wealthiest district in the city. So you will have to go out of the inner district should you want to look at notice boards. Yes, Mothew.
Any adventuring guilds?
No. Adventuring guilds are not very common, if existent at all. Certainly not that you have seen.
Okay.
Adventurers are the same as mercenaries. They are swords for hire, and they pick up jobs where they can. Now, there are some individual adventuring parties that do earn some renown within certain places. However, there are no formal collections. Not too dissimilar from the Blighters themselves, actually. That you are mainly just sellswords. Mercenaries, self-declared adventurers.
Might have to leave the inner district to get a job.
Yeah, there was one wherever we were that time when we looked at it.
There's a couple around. We looked
There
a few
definitely
times.
yes, there are. It's just not in the wealthiest couple of districts. You assume that in the perimeter districts there will be a much higher frequency of notice boards on which these jobs are usually placed, because they are not necessarily for the eyes of guild masters, etc., for they are already employed.
Is there anything we want to do in the inner district before we abandon ship?
We could burn the restaurant down.
Don't
Seconded.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I'll put that on the list for tonight.
Sure. Put a pin in it for now.
Would we know if are the shops here can you get nicer stuff here than you can outside?
Oh, so maybe we should shop.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should.
Can I sort of catch someone on the street? Just be like, excuse me.
Yes?
Is there a market district or something around here, somewhere we can go shopping?
If we're looking for markets, I'm afraid you're probably best looking sort of in the perimeter districts. Yeah. Hello, peculiar fellow.
You
Yes.
raise your hand. You can just say
Right. Yes, of course. I didn't realise you could see me.
Drax eating the crisp.
But you're stood right there, sir.
That I am. Well then, I've forgotten what I wanted to say.
Oh, that happens to me quite often. You can see this slightly hunched over elderly woman, a plait of silver greying hair, rings on her fingers. There's a beautiful gold chain necklace with like a small gem in the center, small red gem. She's wearing a beautiful day dress, not too formal, but something very expensive.
What's your name, darling?
Excuse me?
What's your name?
Speaking to my good ear?
What's your name?
My name?
Uh-huh.
My name?
Uh-huh.
Dahlia.
Nice to meet you, Dahlia. Thank you.
It's lovely to... What's your name, sir?
I'm Fletcher.
You're flattered? Oh, sorry, darling, you're not
Fletcher.
Oh, you're Fletcher. You're a
Yes.
Fletcher.
My name is
Wonderful.
Fletcher, yes, and I am a Fletcher.
You
yeah.
are yes, you are a Fletcher. What's your name, dear?
Fletcher.
No, not what are you? What's your name, dear?
This is, I'm the gift of God this entire situation.
Oh no!
No. Thank you.
You're very
for your
welcome.
help. Good luck. We're gonna go now.
Safe travels.
All right. Bye.
Strange
Fucking
customs.
hell, jeez.
Just wanders on off.
That was 7 years of my life. I'm not getting it.
Speaking of spell slots, by the way, mark off 2 more disguise selves.
How long has it been?
You were traveling through the city and you sat down and had a meal.
No, in that case, can I use one of those? No, that's stupid. Don't do that. Never mind. No, I'll.
No? You're good?
Yeah, I'll stay as Fletcher.
You sure?
Yeah.
Character growth.
Try and not do stupid shit anymore.
I love it. Inspiration.
Really?
Inspiration, of course. Character growth. Fuck yes.
But I really wanted to discuss.
I know. You get that inspiration instead. Nakani, stop it.
When you were like, she's got this really nice gem there, I just looked at Charlotte like, don't. The
eyes just... So.
Turns out Nakani's chaotic evil.
Big bad. Did we find out? I'm confused with that whole interaction.
No,
Did we find out
there's
where-
nothing around here for shopping. We want the guild district. Did we say?
You think the guild district will definitely have more shops? Don't get me wrong. There are shops, but you were asking for markets and that sort of thing. And this particularly
like,
ditzy
weapons and
individual
armor.
definitely thought you meant like a market square. Which, if you want those, definitely going to be on the perimeter district.
What about like magical things?
Magical shops.
A magical place.
You don't know. You have not seen any, but you can go finding.
I'll have a look around.
Make me a perception
Do
check.
you want to come?
Probably. Oh, we'll take it. That's a natural 1.
No,
It
don't
fell out
take
of my
it.
hand.
I don't really count fall out of your hand, so if you want to roll that again, you can. No. Okay.
11.
11. You don't see any not districts. You don't see any shops or shop fronts that look arcanic in nature.
What shop fronts are there? Like
In this particular one, you can see that there is a bakery with like I'm not sure what to call it. It's not a desk. There is wooden displays of like freshly baked patisseries, like sweet pastries with jam in the center and icing. They look very expensive, very decadent. Some fresh bread rolls and the scents wafting towards you. There is a sort of fabric shop down the street. You can see that there are sort of like racks of like fabric sort of displayed out of the window. People much more comfortable with displaying their wares in a particular district where there is supposedly a lot less crime.
Okay.
So,
Should we just head back to the...
The guild? Yeah, were you want to go
guild
the guild district?
All right, fine by me.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I went to look, but then dust got in my eyes.
Oh, no. I tried to look for you.
That's all right.
I saw the
I don't wanna
fabric and some bread.
Okay.
Do you want fabric or bread?
I kind of want some bread.
We just had a 3-course meal.
We had finger food, Antonia. It was barely enough.
To the guild district.
To the guild district.
to the guild district.
Can I,
Meat and some ale.
Oh,
Can I fly up and just look for the nicest looking square? Nothing squalid.
Let's absolutely draw attention to ourselves here.
Yes, you can.
Do.
Yes. So you fly on up. Make me a perception check.
It's not great. Oh, actually, what's my perception? Sorry. Okay.
A very satisfying roll, though.
Why am I being silly? What's perception under? Wisdom. 11.
11. You fly on up and crest past the rooftops, and once again, you can see this sprawling labyrinth of a city, many different sizes of structures, many different types of architecture. The ones that tower above you assume to be either temples or guild halls or that sort of thing. You can see sort of an array of different religious symbols atop some of the temples way off into the distance. You can't discern market squares from where you are. From where you are, the roofs sort of start to blend together quite quickly into this sort of undulating landscape of slate roofs. Undulating.
I've discovered a word I don't like. It's always been in my head and I've read it, but I've never heard it out loud.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that I could cause you such disgust.
Right, well, Matthew's going to head back down then.
Yes. Okay. Carry on.
can I, unless were you gonna do something else? Were you gonna do something else?
In the sky?
No, on the floor. No. Okay. I just, as we're walking back, I just want to be keeping an eye out for the Nelagwe temple that I want to go.
Okay, duly noted. Make me a perception check.
Can I guide myself?
Yeah, I'll say.
Because I'm
I'll
Can
say.
I help her
looking.
look? Because I
Oh,
know
well,
where
you know.
I've seen it
Yeah,
through
you see me
Kevin's
looking
eyes.
like.
I'm gonna say on this particular instance no, because you don't know that she's looking yet.
Oh.
Fair. Fuck's sake.
Because Kevin rolled a natural 20.
Yes, exactly. And when Tony asks for your help, you'll be able to tell her exactly.
11 again.
11. You cannot see it in the immediate vicinity for sure.
Okay. Cool.
I know.
Willow!
No, let's go. Sorry.
Let's go ask Matthew because he just flew up there.
You fly on off. It's a couple of moments before you see 2 Iron Guard are approaching your group.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
One of the things I wanted to tell you was that we should take their uniforms. Not these ones. Yes?
Hello.
How can I help?
I saw your self flying up above the rooftops.
Yes, quite right.
Yes. I'm wondering if you could possibly refrain from doing that. Certainly, in the inner districts, people aren't usually flying about willy-nilly all the time, and it might start causing a bit of a ruckus. So, if you could possibly just keep your feet on the ground whilst you're within the city limits, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much. Or certainly within the inner districts.
Very good. Next time I'm in the inner district, I'll make sure to take my wings off.
No, certainly, sir, you don't need to do that, but if you could just keep your feet on the floor, that would be delightful. Thank you very much.
Of course. No problem at all. It was very kind of you to come and tell me.
Not a problem at all, and thank you for being so understanding, sir. Have a wonderful day. And they sort of nod to the group and head on off.
Those are the 2 uniforms I want.
Add that to the list.
Do you want them now? Not now.
Later.
Okay.
Matthew's making a list. So you eventually pass out of the perimeter of the inner district. Are you heading straight out into the guild district, or are you looking to go sort of to one of the perimeter districts? The inner and guild district are sort of in the center, and there are other districts around. So if you want to head back to the loggers district, you have to travel through the guild district. But if you are looking for just one of the other districts, you can go straight to that.
I think we're looking for like marketplace kind of shops.
Yeah.
Weapons, armor, that type of thing. Magic stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So you are definitely going to the perimeter districts.
And then have a look for a job board on the way.
Wonderful stuff. And you know that is... Oh, somebody please gift that and send it to me. Thank you very much. For my own personal collection.
All you gotta do is ask.
So, make me a perception check for notice boards. And where is...
22. Please, for the perception
22. We will get to that in just a moment. I'm making sure I find the right district to send you. I'm so sorry.
check.
Bear
22,
with me.
Jack. I got a 22.
You did get a 22, darling. You
I'm
did.
gonna roll as well.
So, you would know that the East Travellers District... you would not know that. You would know, Siggy, that the East Travellers District has a higher influx of travellers and therefore merchants and things like that. So that's always a place that people sell their wares. The South Travellers District also has a higher influx of merchant folk, but they are slightly richer. So if you're looking for something slightly cheaper, the East Travellers District would be the one to go to. South Travellers would be slightly higher caliber wares. But if you prefer to go somewhere else, you can go back to the Loggers District and try and find something there. How much are you looking to spend?
I wouldn't. That was what Ziggy would know.
I think we should.
Individually, sorry. Like, are you looking to spend a lot of coin or
I think above table, maybe a diamond worth 300 gold pieces.
a diamond worth
Yes.
300 gold pieces?
I should look for that.
Don't worry, I'm here to cleric you.
Thank you to the druid for reminding us of that.
Oh God, I don't even have
I
to
think
look
I'm
for
not
that.
looking to like upgrade my clothes because Ben can't afford new artwork.
That's fine.
But I'm looking to like I want to just see if there's anything of worth, but I don't want it to take a lot of hold.
No problem at
Just
all.
if there's anything that's like, oh cool, I'll get that with the money I have.
If you are looking for diamonds, you are going to want to go to the... you are probably going to want to go to the Vernal district, which is at the north of the city.
Well.
Closest to the Vernal range, hence its name. Siggy, you would know that there's a lot of stone processing that goes on there. You might be able to find some marketplaces there. You would probably want to be looking, if you're looking for magic items and things like that, South Travellers District. So literally north and south.
Okay, well, should we quickly?
Let's go to whichever we're nearest to,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then maybe.
I think
venture
south.
off.
South? Yeah, yes, you were. It's much of a muchness, to be honest. But if you want to go south first, you can absolutely do so. You pass out of the inner district and head on into the south. Head on down to the South Travellers District. There is much more of a hubbub in the streets today. Certainly in comparison to the inner district. Already you can see shop fronts are open. There are people trying to sell their wares here and there. Is anybody looking for anything specific? You pass. Yes.
Street food.
Street food. We can do that for sure.
Dope. Shit, what was the other two? Notice boards with my face on.
Notice boards with your face on. Oh, yes, you got the 22 for the notice boards as well, so we can do that now.
And I want to find somewhere, if it's like a, I don't know, we'll put it in Harry Potter terms, an owlery, basically, where I can send a long distance.
There are sort of mailing services that you can try and
I found one
locate.
the other day. If you want me to, I went there.
Yes, you did.
Oh, you did? Yes. Then yes, I want to.
I can just point you out to that one.
Wonderful. So, point of call, notice boards first, because that's what you're looking for, and that's what you were looking for as well. You can see that there are many more notice boards here. This still seems to be, even though this is of, there's a modicum of coin in this particular district, certainly in comparison to the Loggers district, there are still notice boards about. People still pick up jobs here. You do still see wanted posters for both Sigismund Olafsson and Cricket the Grung.
Can I tell, if I have a look at them, what weather damage has been done to it and ascertain how long they've been up?
Give me an investigation check.
You said that so dramatically.
With investigation.
Yes. Would you like to try and persuade the DM to make it something else?
Well, because I'm going to look purely at weather damage.
Okay.
Just to see if I can tell if the sun has like faded the ink,
Yes.
or if the rain, the sheets and sheets of bed sheets of rain that happened the other day,
The bed sheets of
whether
rain.
that has like made them look like they've been out for a while.
So would
using
you?
the nature damage to the paper?
Okay.
to
And so
ascertain.
skill-wise, you would like to use instead
Nature.
nature.
Or survival. Your
Nature,
choice.
nature is a
DM's
no.
choice.
Oh, DM's choice. Thank you, darling. Even with that little slight for my bed sheets and sheets of rain, I will allow it for survival.
Oh, sweet. That's better for me. Whoopah! 17.
17. These have been here for a little while. You can see that the edges have dulled. They clearly have been sodden and then dried and then sodden and then dried, and it has caused the paper to sag slightly. The ink is not as fresh and as bright. You can see that the page is slightly yellowing. These are not fresh documentations.
These are not fresh documentation. These are weathered under the rain, under the sun. Do not worry. I'm going to rip them off. And I'm going to clock the exact notice board that I took them from.
Yes,
The
wonderful stuff.
locations and everything.
Okay,
and I
fantastic.
Will come back tomorrow
Yep.
to see if they put new ones up.
No problem at all. Yeah, give me another perception check then, please. Let's see how well you can remember this location.
That'll be an 18.
An 18, not too bad. You note that there is, funnily enough, with Siggy looking for some street food, there is somebody who is selling like hot meat in like in
That concept.
in sort of not bread rolls, but almost like just pieces of bread, just on the go sandwiches that smell delightful. You also see there is an apothecary, and on the headboard it says Sage and Sage. Those are the two things that you feel like you can definitely pick out: the smell of that meat and then the apothecary.
Ziggy, do you smell that meat?
Yes.
Turn around, it's right behind you.
Oh, I'm gonna get some of the meat.
I'm so sorry, it's not Sage and Sage, it is Sage and Sage. Ignore me.
I'm gonna get some meat.
Yes, you go on over. You're right, my friend, how's it going?
Meat.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Dope.
Yeah, just the one?
2, 3. I'm starving.
Long day?
Tiny finger food.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be 5 silver, please.
It's far too hot, so I do that thing where you put it in your mouth and like...
Yeah, be careful, they just go... never mind.
It's fine.
He just goes back to sort of like, he's got like a what looks to be a portable spit, like a small spit that he's carving like pieces of meat off of.
Is this guy a kebab vendor?
No, he's not a kebab vendor. It's just this whole spit roasted animal of some description. Looks larger than a dog, but
Is it the shape of a dog?
it's quadrupedal.
I don't care what it is. It tastes delicious. And I'm gonna go scran that.
Wonderful stuff.
Yeah, and then just like
Perfect.
Notice board.
Notice board.
Are the jobs still on there?
Yes. So you see the Vernal Mining Company page is still up. Looks to be a little less weathered than the other 2 wanted posters that you tore down. It seems to have been put there slightly fresher. You do also see that there is a call for woodworkers and masons. That's the word I'm looking for. My goodness me, I had a whole breakdown. Masons for bridge work.
That'll be Tilly Creek, won't it?
Yeah,
The bridge is destroyed. Or whatever. Something happened to the bridge.
I'm so glad we have you, because the rest of us would have just been like, that's odd.
100%. Oh, interesting.
Also,
Anyway,
what are the bridges made of in this world? They could be anything.
It depends on where you go. It depends on how big the bridges are. By and large, they are stone bridges, but it depends on what sort of river they are fording, whereabouts they are, if there is access to a large amount of lumber in comparison to stone. But stone and lumber, for the most part, is what they're made of.
Lumber, logging,
rainbows.
Olegiana, silence of death,
Silence beyond death.
things beyond death.
Yep.
What do you two muttering about?
Sage and Sage. Mm-hmm. Do we want to go to Sage and Sage?
Yes.
Yeah, that feels like that's right up your street.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Let's go.
Wonderful stuff. Okay, so you head on over, and the board itself is sort of stained this dark blue, though it is slightly faded now, weathered ever so slightly, but gives it quite a nice patina. And in flaking gold paint, there is Sage and Sage, and you can see that there are bundles of herbs hanging in the windows inside. You go on in, and this heady mixture of dried flowers and other sorts of substances assault your senses. It's very overpowering. Ting, 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 the small bell above the door.
I just had like a
rings.
wild flashback then from that bell sound. to the
Yeah.
first episode of the
Have I
prison.
given you
Oh
PTSD?
my god, I was like, prisoner escaping!
Prisoner escaping. Oh, I'm glad I've set the fear of God in you so much that that's happened. Fantastic. Okay.
Sorry, that just...
You're quite all right, my dear. Do not worry. I always love it when you can express fear.
Fear.
Wonderful. So, you head on in, and inside you can see there is sort of like a large shelving unit that sort of divides this area of the front of the shop in half, and there are shelving units on the sides as well, and all of them are laden with either bundles of herbs, drawers, glass jars with either plants in them, or insects are crawling on the inside of the glass on some of them, and at the far end there is a sort of counter that no one is standing behind for half a second, and then as the bell rings, up pops a female goblin. Sort of bright peach skin, tall ears, this tiny little button nose, this big smile with slightly pointed teeth on the inside, and these wide, bright eyes that look at you and go, "Hello!
Hello.
Hello! Come in. Welcome to Sage." And from behind the counter, another goblin pops up, and it is a male goblin, just a small streak of black hair in the center of an otherwise bald head, who also beams this other smile. And Sage, how can we help you?
Whoa.
Do a dance.
Do a dance.
Well, we just saw your very exciting title and thought we'd come on in and see what you had to offer.
Well, welcome on in. Yes, my name is Funro Sage, and I am his sister, Tenny. Are you looking for anything in particular today? Or would you just like a little bit of a peruse?
A little bit of a peruse. I don't know.
By all means, wander around the shelves, see if you can find anything that you'd like, and if you have any problems, we'll be right here. And the two of them just complete each other's sentences as they, as if this is a well-rehearsed script that they've been putting on.
Wow.
Amazing.
Is it just like componenty stuff and things like
It looks like they could do a large mixture of components and that sort of thing for herbalist or alchemist sort of things,
Cool.
for want of a better word. Stuff. Things and stuff. Accoutrement, thank you very much.
Do you have any potions of haste?
Ooh, no, I'm so sorry. We're more of an apothecary. We can provide you with some of the ingredients if you know what you are looking for. But yes, unfortunately, we don't actually sell the potions themselves. We can possibly supply you with the ingredients, however.
Okay. So I was in the Blightlands recently, and I'm gonna pull out my entire herbalism kit, like. I'm like, I found this one next to a river. It was very fast, and our friend fell in. And but I found this mushroom, and this lichen that I found. It's kind of blue and has little green spots. But it doesn't taste very nice. But if you can help me work out some things to do.
Oh, yes, of course. I am.
my whole heart is melting.
Tenny, lichens are more your specialty, but that is riverweed. Definitely keep it in water, but it's a very good medicinal herb. Fantastic for basic healing poultices, and if you are sort of alchemically gifted, you can distill it as part of a catalyst for certainly basic healing potions. I don't know if you would need something a little bit more potent to craft potions with a greater potency. Try saying that 3 times faster. Yes, the lichen, I will have to pass you over to my sister. Yes, now this is a beautiful bit of moss. The acrid taste that you are actually experiencing there is a very good antibacterial, sorry, not antibacterial, Funro, what's the word? Basically what you can do is you can use it to make things that will ward you against poisons. And so this would be something, an alchemical ingredient that you could use for like an anti-poison herbalist tincture.
Could you make me one?
I'm afraid we're a little busy at the minute, but I can supply you with something that would assist you in that.
Okay.
Yes? You would know that with a herbalism's kit as well. You can definitely give this a crack if you...
Okay.
Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. You, my dear, you follow me. And who else is with Nakani at this point? Or are you all just looking? You are. And I will leave you in Funro's very capable hands. And she goes on off and sort of steps down from a step stool, comes around the counter and tootles off. You can see she's wearing this like... fuchsia-coloured dress that's cut off at the shoulders, and it's got like a little bit of frill to it as well, a little bit of white frill. It's very beautiful. Tunro is in sort of like a collarless blue shirt and like a white waistcoat. Is there anything that I can get for you at all, my friend?
Yes, Tunro, is it?
Funro. That is my sister, Tenny.
Right, Funro.
Yes.
I've procured and culled a local saber-tooth, and I would like
Oh.
to sell some of its parts. I have here
Interesting.
the hide, an eye, and 2 claws.
Okay. The hide we probably won't need. The eyes and the claws, however, very good alchemical ingredients. Bear with me one moment. And he hops off one of the stools and goes and picks up sort of like a thin leather-bound tome from one of the shelves behind the counter, sort of like brushes off a little bit of dust, flicks through, and is just running fingers down there. No, that's not... here we are. Okay. How old are they, if I may ask? At least a week.
1 week.
Not as fresh as we'd like. Have they been magically preserved in any way?
No.
Okay. The eyes, unfortunately, are going to have lost a little bit of value. The claws, not so much. Yeah, it's starting. It's lost its structure by a fair amount.
Right, I will leave this one with you.
Oh, thank you very much. I tell you what, the claws, how many claws do you have?
2.
Two claws. We'll say 3 gold apiece for the claws, so 6 total. For the eye, I can do you a gold.
I'll do it. Very good. Excellent. Good bartering with you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, sir. And by all means, if ever you have any more alchemical ingredients to sell to us on your adventures, please come back to Sage and Sage.
Oh, actually, while
Yes.
I'm here, did it look like there's the kind of ingredients Matthew would use for his senses?
Absolutely. You can definitely pick up some stuff here for sure. Yes. What are you looking to buy, Matthew?
I don't know. Exactly.
That's quite all right.
Could I get like an uncommon selection of things?
Absolutely. He can. I tell you what. You ask Funro for sort of his less common alchemical basics, and he goes, perfect. I will put you together a pouch. Does that sound all right? Wonderful stuff. I will get you all of the basics, yes, yeah. I will sort out exactly what you need. Don't you worry. Fantastic.
I would like to barter for them as well to get the best price.
Well, I tell you what, seeing as you are buying quite a lot of stuff, I will give you a little bit of a discount. How does that sound?
Very good.
Wonderful stuff. Marvelous. I will be back in a moment. By all means, grab either myself or my sister should any of your company need any sort of help. And he goes off and just starts opening drawers and taking like bundles of herbs out and putting them in like little leather wraps, or tying off little bunches of herbs, or taking out insects and popping them in like glass vials and things like that. And he's starting to construct you like a little alchemical box of different bits and bobs, and we will get back to that in just a moment. Tenny was showing you around and is actually with much the same energy as Funro, is just picking things out and just kind of speaking at you. So this is birch bark and is actually quite good for medicinal purposes as well. Obviously, you want some sphagnum moss, of course. Now, I do actually find that particular grasshopper legs are very, very good for enhancing the property of certain tinctures. They are not just for potions of jumping and climbing. So we'll give you a couple of those, and they flurry around. Whilst this is going on, are there any others that want to look out for particular ingredients?
I'm just having a look around to see if there's anything of interest.
Give me an investigation check.
Would I have, like, a bit of parchment and a quill on me? Like a little bit of pen?
I would say yes. You've been
Yes.
traveling around enough that you would have got the basics for supplies.
So while all of this has been going on, Tony's just in the corner, kind of writing.
Amazing. And we'll get to that in just a moment. Ben, what did you get on investigation? Natural 1.
Yeah.
There is a plethora of different options, and it's just that you are constantly flitting from one to another. Loads of different things catch your eye. You can't ascertain what they are. High up on a shelf, you can see these... You're not quite sure if they are just embers in a jar, but they look like they are glowing like embers, but there's something off about them, but you can't quite tell. And then you go on over, and there is this dark blue moss that occasionally just shimmers with this like silvery sheen now and again that sort of like runs through these sort of threads of moss. But you can't ascertain anything.
Just getting in my eyes.
Are you writing anything in particular, or are you just trying to do a little bit of study?
Are the people that work here away at present?
Yes, they are. One of them is sort of conferring with Funro at the front desk, as it were, and one of them is sort of taking Tenny, or Tenny is taking the Carney around.
So right now she's just writing.
Yeah.
I'm having a look around, writing.
Fantastic.
She's going to wait till one of them are free.
Okay, fantastic stuff. We'll get to that in a moment. Anything else for anyone else in particular here?
Question: as a bard, do
Yes.
I have to use components, or I have a spiritual...
You can if you want, but as a bard, you use your music and musical instruments as a spell focused, and thus you will not need any if you do not require any, unless it has a gold component.
I do have a
cost.
spiritual focus.
I believe that's from your bard subclass, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is another option for you to project your arcane abilities through.
It's just money value ones.
It's just money value ones, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Fantastic.
And I will simply lean against the counter and observe my friends.
Yep, lovely stuff. You take on this flurry of activity coming, just sort of surrounding you, and Tenny definitely finishes with you beforehand. Okay, darling, so with everything totted up, that will be, and you hear Funro shout from the back, just knock a slight little bit off for them. They are spending a lot of money here. Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Okay, so call it 30 gold. 30 gold, darling.
I'll cover it.
This is now back at the front, actually, so you are right next to them.
I say it at exactly the same volume.
Oh, perfect. 30 gold, please, sir.
Just putting stuff away.
Yeah, fantastic. She's sort of given you more of like a forager's bag of different bundles, very nice and neatly assorted, but there's less glass vials and things that need to be kept still, so she's put it in like a forager's bag that you can clip to your belt.
Thank you, Tenny.
You drop the 30 gold.
Yeah, I hand it across.
Funro, not too long after, clips down this small alchemist's case. Wonderful. That should run you with the...
Substantial.
Yes. Call it 75 gold.
Right. I'm going to hand over 75 gold.
Thank you very much, good sir. And if you need anything else, you know where to find us.
What's the glowing things?
Oh, well.
And the vine things with the lights, they're blinding me a bit. I can't see
Now,
anything else.
they are a particular type of seed pod from a very interesting flower from the Eternity Forest. I believe they originate from Ember Throne is the place. Yes, and they are imbued with the... natural arcanic properties of that area. There are many nexus points to the elemental plane of fire, and thus the plants themselves are imbued with some of the arcanic energy of that. They have many different alchemical and magical properties. That one there that you pointed out, that one, the blue one.
The blue one, yeah.
Yes, with the shimmer. That is lightning moss.
Lightning moss.
Yes, indeed. Very good for potions of lightning resistance and that sort of thing, to keep one protected.
Okay.
Amongst other things, but that's its primary use.
All right. So what can Ben do with that?
Are you proficient with alchemist
Oh, no.
tools or herbalism kit?
Herbalism kit.
Herbalism kit, no, it is just going to be alchemist tools. They are ingredients, and thus you would need to distill them into potions of resistance and other stuff like that. You can inquire if you can learn or buy that sort of stuff, but no worries.
That's above her intelligence.
You sure? You probably know that I do alchemist stuff already.
Do either of them interest you?
Do either of them interest me?
Yeah, they are alchemical ingredients, and they seem to be quite potent. So.
What kind of thing?
So there was lightning moss, and there was some sort of fiery seed pods.
Do I know what I'd make with them specifically?
You could make potions of lightning resistance or fire resistance for the seed pods, or you could use them for a number of things. You could definitely distill them into some form of like alchemist's fire or other something like that. Yes, absolutely. In fact, alchemist's fire might be a little bit too basic for these, but you can definitely see what you can improve.
What is alchemist fire?
Think like Greek fire, basically.
It's like a vial of liquid that when you throw it and smash it, when it comes in contact with air, it ignites.
Oh, cool. It's just
Yes.
hustling around Baldur's Gate.
How much for the lightning moss?
They are pretty expensive ingredients, but you clearly have the coin. How much are you looking to buy? Would you just like one measure?
Willow, how much are you looking to spend?
Well, I can't do anything with it.
I could make something for you.
We do also sell alchemist supplies if you are looking to get into that sort of thing.
no.
No? Not a problem at all.
It's expensive, homie. Like Warhammer. Sorry.
It took me 125 years to get good with herbalism, let alone...
Don't sell yourself short, honey. You learned that
I'm
in 2
okay.
days.
It's only if you found it interesting, but I can resist things.
We'll leave it for today, thank you.
Not a problem at all.
Matthew's gonna slowly start walking out, but keep taking glances back, expecting the oh, well, we could knock a little bit more off.
Nope. Nothing, unfortunately. The coin has been exchanged, and you sort of see that both Tenny and Funro are behind the counter, just watching as Matthew very slowly ekes out of the door.
So, are you all heading towards the door? Or are you still in there? Heading. Okay. So Tony's gonna go over. She's written down a list of ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Within those list of ingredients, mixed in, is a list of things that you might use for like healing potions.
Okay,
With a herbalism kit.
wonderful.
She's mixed that into the list of ingredients.
Lovely.
And just any kind of components that she might need for her spells are also in there. So it's like a good old mishmash of things. And she's just gonna...
Okay.
She's gonna walk over to one of them.
Yes, you walk over to... You can either walk over to Tenny or Funro. Take your pick.
Fun roll.
Hello! How can I help
Hi,
you?
I'm just wondering if you've got any of this on here.
Let me have a look for you. Riverweed, yes. Poppy seeds, distilled alcohol we don't have, but we can point you in the right direction. At which point, Tenny says, no, actually, I think we might have a couple of measures left. Oh, do we? Well, we can definitely do that then as well. Clouded sulfur caterpillars we do have. Tachnid fly wings, yes. This is one we don't have. The Chul saliva, unfortunately, we don't have at the minute. We can try and get it in for you if you'd like.
Do you think anyone else will have it anyway?
I mean, it's possible, actually. Where might have it?
It's not urgent, but...
I don't really know what sort of other places will have it in stock.
Okay.
You can try some other apothecaries or that sort of thing. And at this point, Tenny pipes up. Also, you could try sort of more arcanic suppliers. They might have that for you.
Sure.
Apothecaries are a little bit touch and go with what they hold, depending on the potency of the magical effects that you are trying to instill into potions or enchantments, that sort of thing. Yes, so you might have to just check around and see. I'm sorry. Would you? I mean, I can definitely have a look around and order it in so you know where you're going.
I'll just take what you've got.
Wonderful. Okay.
For now, thank
yes. Fantastic. So everything else, wonderful. That'll put you at 25 gold.
Oh, sure.
Wonderful.
Is that with a discount? Oh, I'm outside the door.
You are
It's
outside
fine,
the
don't
door.
worry. 25 gold. And it's everything but...
The Chul saliva they don't have here.
Right. And all the like Healy stuff is in there as well.
Yeah. That's there's riverweed, there is Jack, use your words. There is birch bark in there as well. There are some medicinal mushrooms as well. That sounded wrong. There are some healing mushrooms that you can use. A plethora of.
What can I put in my inventory for like the herbalism kit for that? Would that just be like?
I will send you the herbalism rules that I have now got. So
Okay.
I will get that to you later.
Cool.
But just make a note that you have herbalist supplies, and I will ensure that we go through that before next episode.
Cool. Also, no, this is a place to get diamonds, is it? No, never mind. Thank you.
Oh, you are quite welcome, my dear. It was lovely to see you all. And if ever you have any more wants and needs with regards to apothecary, alchemy, or general natural substances, please pop along back to Sage and Sage.
Can I say I got some herbalism stuff?
Absolutely, you can do so.
Kendall's really good now.
Put that at about 15 gold pieces because you're not buying as much.
I'm going to take the list back as well.
Yes.
So I remember what I don't have.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Or just like a mix of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
Do you both head on out?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anyone doing anything else in this particular establishment, or are you moving on?
Moving on.
Moving on, you exit out of Sage and Sage. And I think that is a perfect place to have our break. You can decide where you're going next and head on from there. We will be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Join us again shortly. and welcome back. With alchemical ingredients acquired,
Indeed.
where are you headed to next, team?
Can I see anywhere that might sell diamonds?
That's in the northwestern district, the Vernal district.
There's no. Okay. I shall wait.
You can have a look in this district, but Siggy has told you that there is a lot more stone processing that
In
goes
the
on in the
north.
northern
We'll go there instead.
districts because it's
Yeah.
those and then the Vernal Road that lead
Cool.
up to the Vernal Mountains.
Where was the post office?
I think it was in the logging. It was near the tavern.
It was in the Loggers district. Yes.
Oh, well, maybe that can wait until like the end.
You can split off if you'd like, or if you're all going to the Vernal district, then you can try.
I mean, if it's near the stew pot, I can just wait until the end of the day.
That's also very fair. You can do so.
I'll just do that.
Okay. Yes, Nakani.
Anywhere that's like selling magical items or weapons or armor, anything.
Give
like
me
that.
an investigation check.
Do better than me.
I certainly can.
Which is just better than that one. Mm-hmm. Twice. What did you do? Did you get that one?
It's better than a 1.
It's a 3.
Oh.
But I do have inspiration, so I'm going to use that.
I guess. I should use that.
Sensible use.
4.
A 4.
You can use my inspiration.
I love that dice.
On your travels, unfortunately, you pass no shops that look like they sell magical wares. That's not to say that they're not there, but you've not found any. And you are moving to another district in pursuit of particular items such as diamonds, etc., etc. So that's not to say that you can't take some time later on another day and have a look for them.
Get distracted by pastry.
Absolutely you do.
I'm also not actively looking, but if we happen to pass a weaponsmith, like blacksmith, armorer.
Blacksmiths
would
are
like to meet.
more common.
Yeah.
If you want to go into one, you definitely can. But if you're not actively looking, I'll say that you don't notice any.
Okay. Right, cool. I'm not actively looking.
No worries. But they are commonplace, so you can you'll be able to run into one of those whenever. Hello.
I was just gonna say on the way, I'm like walking to wherever we're going next. I will keep my eye out for another kind of component-y.
Okay, give me a perception check, please.
For God's sake, we're all doing so well, you guys. 12.
A 12. In this particular area, you don't see any more apothecaries.
Okay.
You are heading up to the Vernal district. Are you taking the long route around, or are you going to try and get through into the inner district again?
Oh God.
Ugh, I mean,
We've got the thing.
yeah.
We've got a thing that might get us in.
Yeah. With a couple more gold passed to the guards, you can persuade your way through the perimeters.
How much gold to get through? Because Mothy's pitched it all.
Matthew hands them a couple of gold again.
I'll hand you a couple of gold. As you hand them a couple of gold.
One of those.
Just because otherwise Callum's going to have no money by the end of the day.
It's all going on bribes.
Fantastic. They do not give you any chagrin as you head on into the inner district, passing once again through this area of wealth and bureaucracy, aristocracy. Pick a ocracy.
Theocracy?
Theocracy, all sorts of ocracies. You see much the same attire worn by these clearly well-to-do individuals. The lavish shop fronts that display wares. You actually pass by a jewelry store that has a small setting of necklaces and rings out. You continue forwards, the sun rising in the sky, dappled by clouds as the day progresses on. And before long, you enter into the Vernal district. This particular district, you can see there is immediate evidence of the pride in the masonry that goes on here. You can see that whereas before some of the buildings were covered with some form of material that was then painted over, here it is bare stonework. There are small little figurines carved, not like gargoyles, but statuettes almost that are carved into some of the buildings here of like griffins or unicorns. It's beautiful. You can tell that this is a district filled with talent. Where are you specifically heading?
I'd like to say I want to find diamonds.
Okay.
But I don't want to roll. You just have to tell me.
No, fantastic stuff.
I'm helping you.
Roll me an investigation check.
I'm helping.
And Tony is helping, so roll with advantage.
Guidance.
And guidance.
One was a 2, and one was a. What am I doing?
Investigation.
17.
I guidanced you.
Oh. 20.
So it doesn't take you too much time before you do find an establishment that sells precious minerals. You can see that in the window display there are various gemstones and other rocky material that looks, if not expensive, beautiful. You head on in and there is an individual, you're quite all right, dwarven woman, bright white hair that is held up in this elaborately plaited bun that is held in place with a couple of pins that have tiny little gemstones adorning them. Her beard, in much a traditional way for female dwarves, is more intricately plaited in sort of loops and things like that, and off of these hang small little adornments, rings of metal that off the bottom of these hang tiny jeweled beads. She looks beautiful. She is wearing a very, not plain gown, but simple gown in comparison to her adornments on her beard and in her hair, and she looks to you and she goes, "Oh, good day there. How can I help you?"
I can say you look absolutely beautiful.
"Oh, bless your soul. Well, you don't look so bad yourself, my dear. You look absolutely gorgeous. The day's been very kind to you. How are you?"
I'm not too bad, thank you. We are here for diamonds.
"Oh, wonderful."
This fine soul is a follower, believer of Haverin, and we're
"Oh,
looking for
Haverin.
some-
Oh, how wonderful."
Yeah, she's having a good time.
"Oh, I see what you did there. That's
how
very
we met.
pithy. Very good. Oh, I love it. Oh, well, I can absolutely do you diamonds. Absolutely. Are you just looking for how many do you need, my dear? I'm assuming these are for spell components.
As many as you've got. I mean, we'll see.
As
how
many as
much
I've
you
got.
have.
I mean, I've got a small selection. I can definitely, yes.
They need to be worth
300
300
gold
gold
pieces.
pieces.
Well,
Right.
sorry, you're
Okay.
the cleric.
These are
They
for
need to be worth.
these are for resurrection spells and that sort of thing. Yes. It's not.
Things go wrong.
Say again, my love.
Just in case something goes wrong.
Absolutely. Are you adventurers?
Do you know what? Yes,
I
we
guess
are.
we are.
Oh, bless you. Where have you just arrived in the city? Where have you travelled from?
Well, Ergen. We did this before, and it's not Ergen, it's Ugen. Ergen. Ugen. Jurgen.
Jorgen.
And I did the exact same thing a smattering of episodes ago.
Jorgen, yes, I know it. It's down south. It's more towards the Clawmark coast. I know of it, yes. Oh, wonderful. That's a mighty long way you've travelled.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Well, we were helping this boring woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
was she not much fun?
No.
No?
No, she was all.
What did she do?
I don't even know. She transports goods.
Oh, her! Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the one before. No, okay, yes.
No.
She just like
The one
transport.
before?
Yeah, you know, with the cat and all that.
Yeah, no, we've done we did some like small local things.
I
like,
was going to say,
we
it
got,
sounds like you've had quite the time.
Yeah, well, we had to get like a cat out of a tree.
Oh.
But
We
she
got
had
paid
to-
5 gold
Yeah.
for that.
See, she gives the therapy to the animals.
Yeah, and then I would like to make
Oh.
sure that animals are okay.
Oh,
by
bless
talking
you.
to
That's
them.
so
And
sweet.
I help them if they're
Yeah.
not okay physically.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Well, that's just precious of you both.
so real adventurers.
You are real. Hey, listen, you've got to start somewhere. Absolutely. And you're clearly well prepared, so you've come to the right place. I'm very familiar with these sorts of spells. Many people try and purchase these sorts of commodities from me. Bear with me 1 second and I'll see what I've got. And she goes into the back and is gone for a minute or two. And then out she comes with a large leather bag, sort of drawstring. She takes a wooden tray inlaid with leather, and she pours the contents into this tray and starts to spread out some of these diamonds. So this is my selection. Do you need them to be a particular size, or are you looking for just a collection of gemstones worth 300 gold?
I feel the cleric.
Diamonds worth 300 gold.
So you're looking for diamonds plural. Okay, my dear, no worries. Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll put together a smaller pouch for you. Is it just the one?
Maybe 2. I can get some.
Are y'all chipping in?
Are you in here?
I'm going to say at this point in time,
No.
no.
Great, okay.
Because you've just been conversing by yourselves.
How many should we get?
Well, maybe you could teach me how to do it.
I'll try.
Sure,
Yeah,
it's like riding a
sure.
bike.
It's...
Have you done it before?
No.
So, would you like more than one?
Yes.
Yeah.
More than one measure of these?
More than one.
Would you
Less
like-
than 4? I don't know.
Well, then your options are 2 and 3.
Let's get
Oh my-
one each, and we'll split the third.
Sure.
So that'll be 450 gold pieces
Yeah.
of diamonds
3
each.
diamonds, please.
3 sets of diamonds, 300 gold apiece. That's 900 gold for you, dearie.
Sure. How much is that in platinum? 45.
45 platinum.
I'm good at maths.
You are.
I'm loving that this dwarven woman is Mrs. Doubtfire.
I know. Me and Charlotte.
Help is on the way, dear! Help is on the way!
It's what it says on the diamonds.
So am I having 2 and you have 1 or?
You have 2, yeah. I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Mine's just if you go down.
Thank you very much. She gathers the diamonds back up, pops them into this leather pouch, as it were, sets that underneath the counter, takes the gold, sets that into a lockbox, locks that up tight, sets that also under the counter. Is there anything else I can get for you, or is that everything?
I don't think there's anything else.
No, I think.
Unless you feel like, oh, these 2, this inspires me to give them this. Well,
I mean, I can possibly recommend you something if you'd like.
what would you recommend?
For you, I think a necklace that'll just rest about here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is Willow wearing any necklaces at this time? No. I think just above your breast there, dear. I've got something that'll complement your hair. And she goes on over, unlocks one of these glass cabinets, and takes out a necklace. And the chain is it looks like this flexible cord of silver metal, and it attaches to a metal setting that encompasses this sort of large amorphous piece of like dark orange amber with like faults in it that make the color slightly darker. It's beautiful. I think this would complement your hair very well, dearie. It'll look gorgeous on you.
How much?
This is 35 gold.
I'll take it.
Oh, bless you. Amazing. There you are. And for you.
Tony is very fucking awkward at this point.
I tell you what, I've got something for you. And she walks on over to a different glass cabinet and takes out a pair of earrings. And they are very simple. They're very small. They hook into your ears, and there's just this tiny stretch of silver. And at the end, there is a small, dark purple amethyst bead at the end of each one. I think this might compliment you, dear. Is this sort of your colour?
I think so.
Try them on. Well, if you don't mind my saying so, it's a great choice. You look gorgeous.
Thanks.
Yeah.
How much are they?
20 gold, love.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Amazing. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all good. Thank you very much.
You're very
Just know that
welcome.
You potentially saved lives. 3 lives.
Well, that's always a bonus to
4
hear.
go down.
Oh, bless
We
you.
have to make a choice.
Well, I pray to all the gods that have control over that it shan't come to that. But
Bless Averin.
bless Havrin indeed.
It's like a cult.
Havrin is with you.
And also with you, dearie. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day now.
Oh, what was your name?
My name, Lazia.
Let's see. Cool. You're really nice.
Oh, thank you, dearie. Well, I try my best to be.
Just out of interest before we go, do you
Yes.
get like influxes of 300 gold pieces of diamonds?
They're not necessarily commonplace. Unfortunately, they don't flow as readily as water. I will be restocking a little bit soon, but it depends. I've still got some diamonds, so if you do find that you run out, I can't hold them for you, unfortunately. But by all means, you're welcome to come back.
Alright,
I
thank
mean,
you.
if we ask them outside and they're like, "Oh, you should have got like so many."
By all means, if your friends are outside, you go and confer with them and you can come back.
Cool, let's go.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome, dearies. Take care now. And you be safe on your adventures.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ting, ting, ting. And the door closes behind you.
Done so many more badass things since then.
Yeah, I love the way that you've been to like the Blight Lands and everything, and you were like, we saved a cat
We
once.
saved a cat.
Yeah, keeping it simple. I like it.
So
With diamonds, sorry, carry on.
Notice anything different?
How much did you spend on those?
Those?
What is it?
It's a necklace. Ember.
It's beautiful.
It's very nice.
Thank you. She said it matched my hair.
it does.
It does.
And then you got some new bling.
There's some earrings. Amethyst, I think.
Should get you some frost diamonds.
That would be fun.
And
we
we
got,
got some. Oh, you go.
Oh, we got 3 diamonds. I don't know. Yeah. So I can bring 3 people back to life, maybe. So
Wow.
that's good. We can get more if you guys are. I mean, I just didn't want to spend all the money, but it's up to you.
Wait, you can do that?
I've not done it yet. I feel like I could try. Kind of know what to do.
Do you need certain kinds of diamonds, or will those ones do?
They just have to be worth like 300 gold.
Expensive diamonds, then, huh?
It's life, isn't it?
Wait, hang on. The diamonds have to be worth 300 gold exactly.
Yes. Usually, that's what I was taught.
Or
Anyway.
perhaps more, I assume.
Is
Oh,
it just
you-
me? Or does this sound like something the diamond industry would cook up?
I've got a plan. You sell the soup. I'll sell the diamonds.
Don't give them to Moku. Don't give
You want to
Moku
bring
any
people back
diamonds.
to life.
I mean, let's hope we don't have to use them, but
No, but that's incredible. I didn't know that was even possible.
I mean, I learned about it when I was like training, so that I've not done it yet. So don't die, please.
I mean,
Your uncertainty is concerning, but very good.
I can do it. I'm fine.
If I die, I get to go and meet my ancestors, so frankly, strictly speaking, I'd rather you didn't.
You don't
Okay.
You don't want to be saved?
Well, it's not part of my culture. Strictly speaking, if I meet my ancestors, that's it.
Do you
Game
not
over.
revivify?
Do not revivify.
You DNR?
DNR.
Okay.
But, people change, right?
Well, that's down to the person.
I'll think about it.
Are you happy with 3 for now, or it's up to you guys?
We could just take it in turns, not all go at once.
That would be really good if you could do that.
I once knew a man,
God.
unfortunately, chopped in half at the waist. They thought that they could suture his legs back on and then revivify him. Unfortunately, I think the soul went in upside down. The legs were ended up at the top and the body at the bottom. It was a pair of talking feet.
And I thought I was the storyteller.
Oh no!
That was eloquent.
Oh my god.
Siggy's very quickly writing that down and written it.
Did I ever tell you the tale of the talking feet?
Have you ever heard the tale of the talking feet?
There's just a little glint in his eye.
Amazing.
What else do we need to do?
I wouldn't mind if we passed an armour store,
Okay.
We really are going shopping.
but I'll be quick.
That's right.
And then we can carry on with the mining.
Going down pit.
Going down pit.
Sing some government songs.
Now I really regret not picking a Welsh accent.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go find an armory place then.
Wonderful stuff. Who is looking for an armory? Investigation check.
To be fair, now that he's mentioned
Yeah,
it, I
now
kinda
that you've
wanna
mentioned it, absolutely.
get
Go
on.
for it. Give me perception checks, both of
I
you.
will just say I
Oh,
am
that's not
still
bad.
looking for another apothecary. Is that how you say it?
Apothecary.
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 I think
Did you
it
roll
is.
beforehand?
I did. That was when we were somewhere else.
Was it really, love? All right then. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be nice, so you can roll again.
I mean, it's not going to be good, but
Yeah,
fine.
you can try it.
What is with all the 11s today? I mean, I do have, what is it? Investigation? Hi.
Hey!
12.
12 again.
Willow!
Un- unsurprisingly.
Get your saliva.
Unsurprisingly, no other shop fronts catch your eye that look like you are the ones that they are the ones you were looking for. What did we get over here for investigation checks? 11.
17.
A 17? That was legitness.
That was legit.
That was legitness. With a 17, you do find that there are a couple of blacksmiths around here, and eventually you find one that has this sort of grey-skinned individual in it, no hair, bald. He is lean, but with corded muscle. Like, you can see that there is like an athleticism to this individual, and they are heaving a hammer over this piece of hot iron, just ting, 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 as you walk on in.
I'd like to think as he's hitting and it's like the hammer's coming on. Every time he raises the hammer, at first it's clear in the doorway, then he raises it, brings it back down, tink, Mothy's there. Brings it up, tink, he's a bit closer.
Like a weeping angel.
Oh my god, a
Sound
weeping
face.
angel!
Haunting!
Don't make any noise because it'll get closer.
the weeping mothman.
Vision is based on sound.
You sort of announce yourself, I'm assuming with a... That's exactly what I imagined. And he walks around and goes, hello?
I'm looking to buy some armour.
Well, you've come to the right place. What sort of armor are you looking for?
Shields. Armour.
Shields. I can do you some shields.
What kind of shields have you got?
Just basic bucklers. That sort of stuff.
Any magic shields?
I'm afraid no magic shields. You're gonna have to go to an arcane supplier for that, unfortunately. I simply forged them.
Matthew looks down at his armour. Unbuckles it. What can he do for this?
I can certainly get some of these dents and scrapes out. What do you want doing to it?
Maybe scratch it up a bit, make it look a bit tougher.
You want me to scratch it up more?
That's right.
Okay. That will sunder the physical integrity of the armor ever so slightly.
Right.
Nope, that's clearly not a problem. Okay. Give me the day. Come back in 5-6 hours.
Maybe, in fact, he's looking around, looking for any bits of chainmail.
Yeah.
You have any mithril?
Alas, I do not. I have no mithril. I can, if you are looking to order a specific item, I can put in an order.
Trouble with ordering is you never know where you're going to be. How long would it take?
Unfortunately, I can't say. I would need to find a supplier, make sure that they have the materials. If they don't have the materials, they need to source them, collect them, bring them back to me. It would then be forging a mithril chain shirt for you. The forging itself will take better part of a week.
Forget the order. Maybe just add a thin plate or two to the.
I shall sturdy up the armor for you. That can be done.
Well, on the outside.
On the
Scratch
outside. On the outside, scratch it. Done. Yes.
Very good.
Perfect.
Right.
That will be 10 gold. Wonderful. Thank you very much. As I say, come back in a few hours. You can collect your piece then.
Very good. Excellent.
Thank you very
Good
much.
doing business with you.
And to you, sir. Tink. Tink. Tink.
See that? Very efficient.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I've kind of sauntered in behind.
Yes.
Just like,
Can
around.
I help you?
Yes, mate. Have you got any like arm things? I don't really do armor. I don't really know what I'm on about. Like a mechanically, I want some braces, but Siggy doesn't know what they are.
Yes.
So just something to protect me arms.
I can do you some braces. Yes.
I know. I know.
Absolutely.
I know. Braces. That's what I'm looking for.
I want braces.
Yes.
Braces. No,
No,
braces.
you'll have to go to the orthodontist down the street.
Or a tailor.
Braces I can do for you. They won't be magical, but is it just the braces you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of want to protect.
I will say that mechanically this is not going to up your AC.
Aesthetically.
Aesthetically it will, but mechanically this isn't go. You will need to buy a set of either magical braces or something of that ilk.
Fine. I'll just make it.
Just to make you aware. He puts the rod of metal that he has been forging that's slightly cooled back into this pile of hot coals, pumps the bellows a couple of times, and you can see this flurry of sparks fly off of these coals, and then he goes on over towards a rack, picks out from this full mail set, he sort of detaches the braces and hands them to you. 5 gold.
Dope. I'll take it.
Fantastic.
I mean, I'll take it. Here's your money.
Thank you very much, sir. Is there anything else that I can get the pair of you?
That'll be all.
Wonderful. Have a good day. Tink. Tink. Tink.
I suppose, actually, now Matthew's taken off his armour,
You naked?
Is he naked?
He has 7 nipples.
Like a Ken doll.
he also takes off his socks. No, I suppose you would see that most of his body is kind of dark purples and browns and almost blacks as well, as he looks like he's painted all over himself. Under the armour, it's a lot less it's been rubbed away a lot more. And I'm just seeing if I can find you the picture. But you can see that instead of purples and blacks and browns, there's just the faintest under the surface, kind of like
Like a root.
like roots. Exactly. There's bright oranges, reds, blues, and yellows going down his body, all the way down to his torso, just where the paint starts again.
Nice.
Abs.
No abs. Ab.
It's all chitin, baby. He's smooth.
Like a Ken doll.
So you just walk out without your armor on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you buy?
What have you done?
And then Siggy puts the braces on and they disappear under the illusion. He's like, oh.
That's so sad.
Oh no.
Inspiration. Incredible.
You already have.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Amazing. Where are you headed to next?
Do we want to go check out the mining company?
Aye.
What did we want to see about Hillis?
Tonight. Tonight.
Who was that? who just spoke? Yes.
Without my armor, I've changed.
He's now even shorter.
Okay. Cool. Let's. Yeah, I guess we can.
Gorgeous.
Just a touch of a story.
So you're headed over to the Vernal Mining Guild. You know that this is located in the Vernal district. It is separate from the rest of the guild district. And you travel along the streets of Dolomus. As you pass a modicum of smiths, stonemasons, you can see that there is one individual who is outside carving some stone into a piece of art or a architectural adornment. You're not sure. A statue of some kind. Before long, you find yourself at the doors of the Vernal Mining Guild. It is a tall structure made entirely of stone. 2 stories span 50 feet in either direction, and then a 3rd and 4th story at the top in the center that only spans about 25 feet to either side. Pillars of stone uphold the front of this particular establishment, and there's this massive set of stone doors with dwarven script on them. There's a lot of
What does it say?
dwarven architecture around here. This particular set of glyphs is instilling blessings of 2 gods that you would know.
Oh, shit.
The god of all giants, Joro Druthgar.
Fucking, how many apostrophes in that, Jay?
Only the one.
Oh, okay.
God
Right at the end.
JORRO apostrophe DRUHTHGAR.
I wrote God of Giants.
You would know that Joro Druthgar, as you are from Esheim. Joro Druthgar is the first giant, the giant lord, the seeder of earth folk. He is a patron, or he was a patron, of giantkin, dwarfkin, gnomes, any earth folk like that. He is one of the gods that were known to be slain in the first cataclysm between the fallen and the creator gods and their allies and that sort of stuff. The other god is it this one? Yes. I'm so good at my own deities. You would also read blessings of Grorsalb, god of stone giants. Grorsalb, Grorsalb. She
Sorry,
is
say that one more time.
Grorsalb, Grorsalb. be. She is one of what's known as the Children of Joro, which are the gods that were created from the sundered form of Jorodruthgar themselves. And they are also known as the artist, the sculptor. They are a patron of stone giants and stone masons and artists and things like that. And the final god, actually, you will know is Trethedin. Htredin. Trethedin is one of the major pantheon. He is known as the Maker, the Forge Master, the Dwarven Lord. You will unequivocally know of him most of all. He is god of creation, god of the forge, god of earth folk. He was the one who forged Jorodruthgar. And it is these scripts basically are planting their blessings onto any who open these doors.
Dope. Loving Lord on.
Is there any use to having blessings to a god that was murdered, dead, gone?
Make me a religion check.
Ooh, will. Thank you.
I'm just gonna stop whilst I'm reading these. Just be like,
Yeah, and you drink it all in.
19.
With a 19. What is known about the gods is always taken with a pinch of salt because they are ever-changing individuals, but mortal beings can make their best guesses. As far as you are aware, there is no advantage to paying homage to a god that is no longer living. They cannot instill within you their motes of divine power, and thus no clerics can be of Jorodruthgar. You surmise that, therefore, this is more a... They are paying homage out of respect of this god. They are still a god that was known. They are still a god whose history is known, and they, as a symbol, still represent something very important to those individuals that follow this particular god. Even though they cannot gain anything, it is basically out of respect, like, we acknowledge that this god gave their lives for the rest of these deities and us earth folk. The least we can do is pay respect to them. That's more akin to what you think. You gather that there's no divine magics in these doors. It is more sanctimonious sort of blessings.
Does this mean much to you, Sigismund?
it means abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Fuck.
Not the best
Not,
place.
I'm kidding. It's blessings of the earth gods and all that old phony baloney stuff.
Oh, right. Not a believer then.
Less a believer, more of a... We tend to worship our own in S-Time. We don't really take stock in the gods that believe that they are there. We just don't listen. We prefer to worship our ancestors. Because they were here, and now they watch over us. And we know that for a fact. The gods, however, I don't believe they're looking out for us.
A wise position. Unless you're wrong, that is. Right, come on.
Incredible. Who is entering first?
I'll go first. Why not?
Yeah?
I'll follow him.
Fantastic. And with the rest of your party in suit, you
Effortlessly. Just
push, and they do push open effortlessly. These stone doors are extremely heavy, and yet you have to put force into it, but you also think any of your companions could push these doors open as well. They are very well made. And inside you can see this tall hall of stone. The floorway is beautifully tiled. These diamonds of colored marble. These diamonds of coloured marble are set next to white marble, and you cannot see the seam. The only way you would be able to tell that these were even different tiles is because of the colour. They are flush and perfectly aligned.
Is it quite obvious that this is of dwarven origin?
There is heavy dwarven influence here. There are flecks of other cultures in there. You would know that you can see a little bit of Goliath in here as well, and rock gnome, etc., etc. There is a predominant dwarven influence, but it's not solely dwarven. Pillars rise up to this very lofty first ceiling that holds up the rest of the structure in place, and there are people going about. You can vaguely hear bouncing around these halls the high-pitched sounds of the chinking of metal on stone as people work on their own different projects. As you look around, this Goliath, who is in no attire from the neck down to the waist, but then dark brown leathers and leather braces, no hair, as all Goliaths have, and this spattering of black tattoos that course across their light grey skin. They come on over to you and say, "Why, hello, how can I help you?"
All right, mate. We found a job or something on a post. We were just here to see if you needed some help.
Right. Wonderful. You will be looking for the Guildmaster then, I assume.
If that's who we need to talk to.
Yes.
This is the advertisement that was on the board.
You are, in fact, in the right place. Welcome to the Vanal Mining Guild. Wonderful. I will, if you'll follow me, please, I will lead you to his office. Come. And they immediately set off towards the right-hand side. These beautiful hewn stone steps. You can see that there is just an ever so slight dip in them. They've clearly seen quite a lot of footfall over the years and have yet to have been replaced. They wind up to the second floor. He takes you across, and in this second floor, you can see there are far more individuals working on beautiful marble statues, or they are making slate tiles out of massive chunks of this bluish grey slate. You can see other individuals carving into what looks to be like a sort of granular stone, not quite sandstone, but a little bit coarser that's slightly grey, and they are carving a series of small statuettes that you assume will be on one of the buildings in this district. This is a hub of creativity, and you cannot help but marvel at each individual project going on. It's beautiful, and certainly for you, though your people did not necessarily partake in this to the extreme, it is still part of Esheimian culture naturally, and you are aware of it, and it fills you with a little bit of pride and a little bit of homesickness, just a little bit of longing. Not too much, as this is slightly alien to you, but you're familiar with it.
We're more used to carving ice than rock.
Exactly. You are led up another set of stone curling steps, and you are, before long, presented to a closed doorway. This door is stone again. No dwarven script on this one that you can see. And this Goliath individual says, just wait here a moment, please, if you don't mind. And they head on in, again, pushing this door aside, even though it is made of stone, pushing this door aside with an ease as if it was made of paper. Bless you. They go on in. They don't shut the door completely. They sort of close it too. And there is a murmuring of voices inside. You can see that there is torchlight flickering in here. And after a moment, you see this Goliath individual pop their head out. They open the door and say, Wonderful. The Guildmaster will see you now. Please, come on in. Come on in.
I much prefer him to the Minotaur.
Oh, so much
Oh
more.
yeah.
Much better butler.
And the snidey person in the restaurant.
Yep.
I'm just continuing to marvel at the marble.
Marvel at the
Marble.
Marble.
marble. Brilliant. Hilarious.
I suppose we follow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, you do.
Also that.
You head on in, and there before you stands a squat, thick-set, broad-shouldered dwarf.
Oh, he charming.
He chunky. Bald head, massive black beard that extends down to the belt. As you can see, as is the more traditional circumstances, as a male dwarf, they have sort of like a bigger, fuller beard with less adornments on there, but there are a couple of plaits that end in gemstoned, squared off beads that have slight dwarven runes on them, just of fortune and good luck, basically. And it is beautifully kept. They wear thick, squat leather boots, black leather trousers. They wear a sort of brown jerkin shirt and leather braces on their arms, inscribed with more dwarven runes of strength and prosperity.
That's what you want. Those.
How much for your braces?
They turn to you and nod to you all, and then they nod to the Goliath just behind you. Thank you very much, Guildmaster. I shall leave you to it. Everybody, this is Guildmaster Malagdus Gvran. I shall leave you in his company. Goodbye. And the door closes behind you.
Pleasure to meet you, Malagdus. Did I say it right?
M or G?
Malagdus. Malagdus.
Nailed it.
Gvran. Gvrahn.
Oh, I didn't nail that though.
No, not at all. Not even
I
close.
wrote Blan.
Bran.
Malagdus Flan.
Maracas Flan.
Is there like a... Would I know of like a traditional dwarven greeting of some sort? Like a handshake or a word?
Not necessarily. It's more based on each individual culture where they're from than a species-wide greeting.
All right, no worries. I will remain.
Exchange beads. From your
Like
friend.
Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, I can't do that.
We're here in response to your advertisement.
Fantastic. I was hoping someone else would.
Someone else.
Sorry, we're going to go through you.
I was hoping someone else would come along and assist in this matter. I have had an arduous time over the past few weeks. I have already sent a mercenary group up to the Vernal Hills to try and sort out this problem for me, and they have not returned.
Oh no.
What are your names?
This is...
Fletcher.
Right.
The Fletcher.
Fletcher. You're just a Fletcher.
That's right. I make arrows. In case you didn't know what a Fletcher was.
I am aware.
I am a blighter, Matthew. And this
blighter.
is my blighter companion, Nikani.
What is your area of expertise?
Whatever the job entails. Monster hunting, relic retrieval. Dangerous exploration.
Okay.
If it needs doing, we can see it done.
And you two.
Chucklefox.
We are a once blighted pairing. My name's Willow. And this is Tony.
Hi.
They've been in the Blightlands with you then?
They are blighters in training.
Hi.
But they've been into the Blightlands.
Correct.
And out.
And saved us as well.
Yeah.
And we look good doing it.
All right then. My operations within the Vanal Hills have ground to a halt. I have lost a number of my workers in the mines. And from what they have told me, they report an infestation of Ankeg. If you want to make me a nature check, you can do.
And keg.
Arcana. No, Arcana check.
Would Matthew already know?
I rolled when you
Arcana
said
check.
nature, so
I mean, with that big fat 2, that puts me at 3.
Arcana.
Arcana. I got a 13.
12 again. Can you roll?
I rolled an 11 as
I
well.
mean, I love you. At least it's not a 1. Thank you.
What did
Yeah,
you get?
it's above
I
10.
rolled an 11 as well, but I got a 13.
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go on. Arcana.
Is it Arcana? Or,
Arcana.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
25.
25. You two in your travels have heard of these particular creatures. Ankeg are very large insectoid-like creatures.
Bugs.
Big bugs.
Bugs.
We fought big bugs
I'm a huge fan.
in the black.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, we've already fought bugs
Yeah, we know.
Have we?
Well,
in the
Yeah, in the
Blacklands.
Blacklands. There's big bugs.
hopefully that experience will...
You were running away at the time.
The bugs.
Hopefully that experience in bug slaying will fare you well. I need a team of individuals to go down into these tunnels and exterminate the hive. They have moved into the mines and they have disrupted my production chain. I need you to go in and eradicate all traces of this Ankeg infestation.
And kegs are very dangerous creatures.
Yes, they are.
What's the pay?
Certainly when they swarm, and there will be a lot of that if this is in fact a newly established hive.
Are they big or are they small?
Very big.
Big. And it's okay.
Very, very big.
How much are we talking?
Should you succeed, clear out the hive and return with sufficient evidence that the job has been completed, I am willing to offer each individual here 1,000 gold. I need this operation back up and running as quickly as possible. Every second that I waste, I bleed money, and I am in no position at the minute to be wasting money.
I'll be playing with you. Blighters carry a very high price. We are very experienced, and we will get the job done. 1,000 gold is more than I put in training into these lot. If I lose one of them, your money's not going to cover it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it seems to me you've got a pretty big problem. We are pretty big problem solvers. Surely we could squeeze a little more out of the coffers for such professionals.
Point 1. I am not sending you into the Blightlands, Blighter, and thus your regular price tag does not apply here. Point number 2. Risk of death comes with the territory. If you don't like it, don't become a mercenary. The price is 1,000 gold. I have already contracted another set of individuals, and I have yet to hear from them in over a week.
They're dead.
They might well be. Thus, I'm re-establishing this contract. So, do we have a bargain?
How long do you expect it to take?
Travel up to the Vanal Hills will take a couple of days, so at least 4 or 5 days, depending on the weather. The weather definitely has not been forgiving as of recent here. But the road up to the Vanal Hills, as far as I am aware, is still intact. At least 5 days travel there and back. At least a couple of days to clear out every modicum of evidence of the Ankeg infestation. How long do you suppose that will take you?
Depends on the methods. Could be a couple of days, could be more. How about this? 1,000 gold per person. Cover wages for travel, expenses, and anything we find in the nest belongs to us.
Anything that you find in the nest that it is not property of the Vanal Mining Company is absolutely yours. Travel and expenses is covered in your 1,000 gold.
Quick question. Mercenary groups that run into each other during a mission, is it all bets are off?
It very much depends. If you have signed a contract when the other party has been suspected dead, by and large, it is of the discretion of the contractee to determine how much time has passed before they need to hire someone else. So if you are getting this contract, you do have a fair amount of rights. Whether any other mercenary groups see it this way is a completely different story.
Were the mercenary groups from any particular band?
Not that I am aware of.
Good.
They weren't blighters. They were just a ragtag group of mercenaries. I can't quite remember the name. I have the paperwork somewhere here, but I have not the time nor the patience to find it.
Matthew's looking over to the group. Just little glances, just for any looks of... Any distinct looks of... No, absolutely not.
Give me an insight check.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. I can insight. Okay. No, I can't. That is an 8.
An 8. You don't get any signs from any of your party members. You've no idea if they want to do this or if they think this is a bad idea.
What you will see is Willow is copying your reactions to stuff.
Really?
To try and seem a little bit more. He'll like 1,000 gold, and she's like,
I can't say I'm pleased with the pay, but we'll take the job, and we'll see it done. Expect a week.
8 days.
Around that.
All right, then.
But, if it were to take longer, we want contract exclusivity for 11 days.
Make me a persuasion check.
Can I give him advantage if I was just standing up? Yeah!
Unfortunately, in this instance, no.
11.
Stand back.
11.
She's just got a new necklace on.
I have already invested a fair amount of time into this. I am losing money by the day. 11 days is a tall order. I'll give you 9 days.
9 will do.
That'll do, Mom.
Right.
Wonderful.
Any equipment that can help us on our way? Or
You
map?
supply equipment yourself. I will give you directions to the Vanal Hills mines, and I'm assuming you have your own transport.
That we do.
Wonderful. Fantastic. So, and he takes out a sheet of parchment that has a load of writing on it. He scribbles a couple of notes on there.
Just before he does, Matthew's going to interject and just say, The 9 days begins tomorrow. We'll need a day to prepare.
Done. Now, does your particular band have a name?
Oh, I knew you'd fucking do.
Yes.
Oh God.
We do.
Alright, you do.
And that is...
I'll write it.
Oh no. What is it?
Yes.
If anyone has any suggestions,
I haven't thought this far ahead.
I just didn't want to seem like
who
we're
are
not
we?
organised.
Who are we?
What did we define in moments?
Oh.
The only name I came up with was Cheeky Blighters.
No.
Matthew's going to scribble something down, roll it up, and hand it back.
What does it say?
Ugh.
No.
You will find out next week. And that is where we're going to end the episode. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Jack, for not...
Do you know what?
No, wait, what does it say?
Do you know
What
what?
does it say?
Everybody roll me a d20.
Oh. Natural 20.
Oh. My dice are betraying
5.
me.
10.
Natural 20.
Oh! So we had 2 below 10s, a 10 on the nose, and 2 natural 20s. Well, with that being said, I think it's time to end this episode here.
Oh, I wanted to send my.
And we will find out what this particular band of misfits have put on their contract. Fantastic, everybody. Thank you very much to our healers for going in and getting some diamonds. You are now prepped and ready to go for Revivify.
Say that.
And you might
You know
just
how I
need it.
roll.
Thank you to Siggy for the little bit of lore that I got to drop for you there. I'm such a slut for lore, so always a pleasure. And thank you to our blighters for sorting out the contract. Very sneaky little...
Can I have you in all the D&D I play, please, to negotiate my contract?
Very sneaky little tactic there, but I'll allow it. 2 natural 20s, of course. And of course, as per usual, thank you very much to you, adventurers at home. Join us next week, where the players keep coming up with names for this adventuring party. But until then, keep on keeping on, adventurers. Peace and love. Good night.
Bye.